Hey, what's up, everybody? Sorry I didn't make any videos last week. I had a lot of things come up, so I wasn't able to come on here and give you guys any videos for the week. So sorry about that, but I am really excited because the playoffs have just started in my league. I know a lot of you guys probably have your playoffs start around week 15, but for us, our playoffs start week 14. So, this is my roster for Week 14, or the first playoffs. We go until Week 15, so the two best out of each division play each other, and then which we have two divisions, and then the two best out of each division play against each other in the championship. So last week I didn't have a great week. I only scored like 96 points. So I lost for my first loss in like 6 or 7 weeks. But I'm still first in my division. And the guy that I lost to, I actually play again this week. So I'm hoping for a redemption game and to beat him. So I don't really have any changes from week 14 to week 12. I think the only thing I changed was my defense. But anyways, let's get into it. My first pick, or whatever you want to call it, my quarterback, Robert Griffin III, is going against Baltimore. I'm hoping he does good against them. I know a lot of people aren't able to score, but I'm hoping that he can at least run against them, and I don't think that Baltimore's defense is as good as it used to be. They've had a lot of injuries this year, so I expect Robert Griffin III to do okay against them, better than Andrew Luck will against Tennessee in my vote, because I think Indianapolis will just kill Tennessee, so they really won't be throwing the ball in the second half of the game. So, and that's my other quarterback is Andrew Luck, so I'm going with Robert Griffin III. Next is my running back, Arian Foster. Be playing Monday night against New England. I hope that he will get around 20 points for playoffs. Got to get a lot of points. I'm hoping he'll get at least 20, 25 points, get me a really good game. He hasn't scored over 25 points this year, as you can see, but he's had solid numbers. He's just a solid back. I mean, he only had one game under 10, which was week 11 with Jacksonville, and wasn't like he really needed to get that much yardage that week anyways. So that is my first running back. Next, I have Doug Martin. He's kind of declined a little bit. I'd like him to get back up to where he was. Um, I'm hoping that he'll get me at least over 10 points this week. They're going against Philadelphia. I'm hoping that he will score a touchdown at least, because Philadelphia gives up touchdowns a lot. So I expect him to get at least 1 or 2 touchdowns against Philadelphia and boost my fantasy scores. For my wide receiver, I have AJ Green, which again, he's kind of been declining lately too, as you can see. Like, it's just been going downhill. So I'm hoping against Dallas that they'll need a couple of breakaway shots to the end zone, and he will get a couple touchdowns for me that way, or maybe even one for that matter. So I'm hoping for him to get some pretty good points against that Dallas defense. Next, I have Roddy White. It seems like everybody's kind of been going downhill for me lately. Um, Same goes for Roddy White. He really even hasn't had that great of a year. The only time that he scored over 20 points was in week 4 against Carolina. And this week they're going against Carolina too, so maybe he can repeat that or something. I'm hoping, but I don't really know, because both Tampa Bay and New Orleans that he played the last 2 weeks. They have horrible pass defense, and he wasn't able to get the ball thrown to him anywhere. So I don't know, but I am hoping that he will boost up some fantasy points this week because I will really need it. Next, which are playing right now, I have my tight end Brandon Myers. I think right now he's got like 4 points for me, so not the greatest. I don't know why it says .7 right here, but I know he has more points than that because I just checked my score. But last week he scored 19 points against Cleveland, so I'm hoping for him to do the same this week. That'd be pretty nice. Help me in the playoffs. So yeah, that is my tight end, Brandon Myers. And then next I have Eric Decker, and he's playing right now as well on the opposite team. And he's for my flex. Another story about just declining. I mean, look at this. He's just hasn't even scored over 10 since week 9. So right now he has 4 points, as you can see, which I think he might even have a little bit more than that by now, hopefully. So Eric Decker, I was thinking about him or either Marquise Colston, but I just had to go with him because the Raiders defense is so bad. So I hope I made the right decision that way, but it could burn me in the long run. I don't know. So I'm hoping for Eric Decker to get me around 15 points this week in order for me to win. And then next is my kicker, which honestly has probably been the best player for me the last couple of weeks. Well, actually not couple weeks, but the last week 6 to week 13. He scored over 10 points in 6 of those games, or 5 of those games, almost 10 points in week 10. So this week he's going against Carolina, and the last time he went against Carolina he got 14 points, so I'm expecting him to get 14 points again, because that's usually around the amount of points that he gets. It's either he gets really high or really low. So I'm hoping this week he'll be in the really high range. So that is my kicker, Matt Bryant. Not anything too special. Next is my defense, which is Tampa Bay. I think that they'll get a lot of turnovers from Philadelphia, a lot of fumbles, a lot of interceptions, maybe a punt return. And I'm hoping that they'll have another 20-point game. I know they've only had one of those and a 19-point game. But I don't think that they'll get a 6 or a 5 or a 3-point game because Philadelphia is not as good as those teams that they've played. So I expect them to get a lot of turnovers on Philadelphia, and that will hopefully help them out and get me more fantasy points than I need, because I'm hoping that this week I just destroy this guy so that I don't have to worry about it or anything, because I have Arian Foster Monday night and I don't want it to have to come down to that, him having to score me 20 points or something, because he hasn't really scored me over 20 points except for once. So, or maybe, did I say it was twice? I don't know. Oh, okay. Actually, he has multiple times, so hopefully he can do that for me, because I think that might be what it'll come down to. Here's my bench if you guys are interested in seeing my bench. Not anything too special. I know a lot of people will probably be wondering why I didn't play Gates, but Brandon Myers has been better for me the last couple of weeks. Antonio Gates has been horrible ever since week 6, or I guess 9 and 10 he wasn't too bad, but he's just not what he used to be, so I went with Brandon Myers instead. So yeah, that is my week 14 roster or lineup and my playoff lineup for the week. And I hope you guys all win your playoff game or your regular game, because I know, once again, a lot of people have their playoffs in different weeks. So that is that, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.